I am waiting on my guest. Okay. Hi, thank you so much.
You're well. Okay, I'm here.
Yes, oh my God. Like I was telling you before, it feels like a dream come true.
Really? Oh, thank you.
Yes, I have been watching you since Look Good Friday.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Look Good Friday. This. Yeah. That's a
Yes,
while back.
so I've watched everything. I was on your channel. I made a video about people who inspired me,
Uh huh.
such as yourself. So to just have you here with me is just such a blessing.
Wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
So let's start by introducing yourself, who you are, the woman behind the business, the woman who started YouTube. Let's start with that first.
Okay. Well, I started. My name is Cynthia. Cynthia Cain. I started on YouTube when I was working at the post office. I think my first video, if I'm not mistaken, was like on in 2006, maybe. But when I was at the post office on my lunch breaks, I was, trying to find something to do besides just eat. So I said, let me go to this app I heard about called YouTube. So I went on there and I started to see people do hauls, makeup, and I instantly got hooked. I said, okay. And I realized it was other things on there like nails. So I just got addicted to YouTube. So I just started doing little amateur vlogs and hauls on YouTube. So, like I just said, my name is Miss Cynthia. I was at the post office for 13 years and I retired disabled because I kept having back injuries. Actually, next month I would be married 40 years, 40, to my high school sweetheart. And I have two grown kids, Lauren and EJ, and just went from YouTube. Then I retired because of my injuries, and I started to get on YouTube more. And I retired Look Good Friday because I'm an educator now, so I couldn't do those types of videos I was doing before. So I retired Look Good Friday, switched over to Instagram, switched over to TikTok. So here I am, and I am a licensed manicurist. Went to school, got my instructor license in nails, opened up a nail school, and the rest is history.
Now, let's start back with YouTube because so many people are now on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
but very few people these days are able to branch and are able to like merge their business and YouTube. So when you started YouTube and you started Look Good Friday, you literally build a community because I remember Look Good Friday was really about teaching women to look good.
Yeah.
You came on and you had your wine and you
Yep.
would talk to us and you
Yep.
would tell us that we had to look good. You
Yep.
don't need to stay ready to be ready. And
That's
this
right.
is also the slogan of your school.
Yeah.
Stay ready because you
Yeah.
always used to preach that. You need to
Yeah.
stay ready. So tell us a little bit about YouTube. How did you build that particular community? Because I find that these days it's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same vibe.
Yeah.
People are more into money from
Mm-hmm.
YouTube. They're not
Yeah.
necessarily building a
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
So, how was that for you? How was it so easy for you to build your community, to have someone like myself follow you for like all these years and
Yeah.
now inviting you in more in a professional setting? So, how
Yeah.
was that building these relationships, community?
Well, what people need to understand, what I did is basically, like I said, found this app, realized folks was doing videos and makeup, and I went on there being myself. That is the number one thing people need to remember about all of these apps. I went on YouTube being my general self, not trying to copy anybody. And like you said, I wasn't on there for the money either. I wasn't getting paid from YouTube. I got maybe $100 check every other month because I play music. And, you really can play music a lot. So I'm like, I don't care. I'm not here for the money. I'm here to teach young ladies or whoever's looking how to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Just being your own, again, genuine self. Like drinking my wine, smoking my hookah pen, just genuinely talking to you guys about staying ready, getting up, putting your lashes on, your brows on, keeping your complexion up, keeping yourself together so you will feel good because the saying is true. When you look good, you feel good. So I didn't come on YouTube looking for a community like I'm going to make all this money. I want to be this influencer. I didn't know what an influencer was. Honestly, I did not know what an influencer was until I start on YouTube years and years later. I'm like, oh, they are influencers. And folks start calling me an influencer or you an OG. I'm like, OG? No, I'm just Miss Cynthia. They're like, no, you stay ready. Like you, well, I wasn't stay ready then. I was C Cain. I was C Cain 68. So they were like, oh my God, you our auntie, we love you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I just started again talking more about what I knew about, again, your appearance, your personal hygiene, just staying ready so you ain't got to get ready. So I just, again, came on to being my genuine self. And that just took me until where I am now, still being my genuine self.
Now I know that you went through. If you want to, you can mute your microphone when I'm talking so that it doesn't make the echo. Because I'm hearing an echo. I don't know if you hear it.
I don't hear an echo, so
Okay, fine. So I remembered that when you started, right? And you were doing Look Good Friday and you injured your back. And
yeah.
then from there, afterwards, you decided to go to nail school. You
Mm-hmm.
decided that you wanted to just, go to nail school. But the difference between you and the many other people who enter course is that you had maybe a vision and a goal. Because there are still a lot of people doing nails.
Mm-hmm.
What was the main focus for you to not be a nail tech, but to open a nail school? What was that shift? What was that mindset?
Well, the shift was, and believe it or not, I say this all the time, and people like, really? I'm like, yes. I did not plan any of this, you guys. I did not plan to be a nail tech. I did not plan to go to school to get my license to teach. I did not plan on opening up a school. It all happened because after I injured my back, I retired. I'm getting disability. I'm sitting at home. I'm retired. I'm like, yay, I'm retired. I ain't got to work no more for nobody. I'm retired. Woohoo. And I'm sitting at home, sitting in my room, and I'm like, okay, this is not me. This is not the life I want. This is not me. And I didn't know it at the time what it was called, but I'm an extrovert. I'm not an introvert. I don't like being closed inside. I don't like being at home. So even though I had the back surgeries, 4 of them, by the way, I'm like, this is driving me crazy. This is not me. So that's when I started playing with my nails because I got tired of my nails being messed up at the salon. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do my own nails. And I literally wanted to just do my own nails in my bedroom, honestly. And my husband said, you need to go to school. I'm like, for what? I ain't doing nobody else's nails. Girl, go get your license because I wanted to buy the professional products. So I said, okay, I need a license to get the professional products. I'm going to get my license. And I honestly got my license, went back home in my bedroom doing my nails. And my husband and people say, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing my nails. Leave me alone. Well, you got a license. Go work somewhere. I'm like, I ain't working for nobody. Well, go get your own salon. Go get a suite. Okay, so I went and got my own suite just to get out of the house to do my own nails, y'all. No lie. I did not want a clientele. I didn't want to deal with people. I wanted to just do my own nails. Honestly. And people kept saying, well, you're licensed, you're good at it. Do people nails. I'm like, I don't want that stress, but I'm okay. So it went to that. Because people told me, go do nails. You good at it. I'm like, okay. So Start doing nails, start advertising myself, and I'm like, oh my God, they're really booking. I'm like, ugh. Literally, I'm like, they're booking with me. I'm like, okay, I'll do your nails, and I'm doing nails. And I only did nails, you guys, for like maybe 3 years before I got burnt out. I'm like, I don't want to do people nails because of the personalities, the different people. I'm like, I don't want to do this. But my husband say, stand out, go teach, go get your instructor license because folks are asking you, okay, well, if you don't want to do nails, teach me how to do nails. I didn't think of that either. I said, okay. And I prayed on it. That's when I really learned how to pray, for clarity. So I started to like, okay, God, this is what I'm supposed to do. And the doors opened up for me to teach. I said, okay, I'm good at this. I didn't know it. I didn't plan this. I'm good at teaching people how to do nails. So I guess I just teach people how to do nails with classes. And then my husband and people say, well, might as well get a school. I'm like, oh my God, leave me alone. Honestly, y'all, I did not plan it. I swear. People kept seeing me on social media. And then one of my mentors reached out and said, hey, I can help you get a school. I'm like, why everybody want me to do this? Honestly, I didn't know what was going on. So I'm like, okay, let me try. And it worked out, and I got a school. I'm like, I'm supposed to be retired. So honestly, that is how it went. I did not plan it, but once I started the journey and started to research and really look into it, it worked out. So here I am, and I love it.
Wow, I didn't even
Yeah,
think that that's how it happened.
that's
I
how it
thought you
happened.
had a plan and you had a goal and you wanted to do it. Because
Yeah.
I remember that when you started very small doing people's
Mm-hmm.
nail, and then
Mm-hmm.
you were saying how you were literally snatching the Chinese Vietnamese people's clients
Mm-hmm.
because people were coming to you so much. But the
Yeah.
difference was because of your back, you only did the nails, you did not do the pedicure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of the things that I'm going to say is that you've inspired me to try the stilettos nails, because when you do your stiletto nails, oh my God, like to die for. And the long nails, it's like it is to die for. Now, Miss Cynthia, I don't know if you know, but I am here in Haiti. I'm not in the US,
Yeah.
okay? And Haiti has a big, big, big market when it comes to nails.
Yes.
So many women, so many young ladies, everybody is doing nails these days.
I know.
But having been doing my nails for a long time, I always feel like we don't have the best product. And
Mm-hmm.
you created your own line of product, correct?
Correct.
Where did that come from? Did Is it because you realized that as you was becoming an instructor that there was a need for good products? Because one of the things that you teach on Instagram is that your nails could stay forever. Like you could literally, anybody who uses your product, anybody nails that you do can go over a month, and there's
Mm-hmm.
not going to be any lifting, there's
Mm-hmm.
not going to be, any products crack. So do you attribute that to your techniques, or do you
Techniques.
attribute techniques? Okay. So
Yes.
does
So
product make a difference?
yes, products do because again, as I got my license. I'm like, yeah, I can buy stuff. And again, I only wanted quality products because that's why I went to school to get a license. Because without a license, when I was doing nails back in 2015, all we had was Amazon, and it was crappy products. You get whatever you can get, and it was Sally's nails. It was Sally's, which they don't really have a lot of nail supply stuff for us. And also Walgreens, like like a pharmacy store and Walmart. They always sold this little small packet. I don't want to say names, but this little packet of monomer, which is the nail liquid and the powder. And I'm like, okay, let me get this. That's what every beginner nail tech started out with this small little beginner kit, and it stunk so bad. And I'm like, okay, I don't like this. And I started to look at other products, and I'm like, wow, these are some pretty labels. These are some pretty products. I wonder if I can get a product line too. So there I go again. researching. I said it'd be cool to have my name on some products. Let me see if I can do it. And I did it. So I did my research, did trial and error. I asked for samples. And I'm like, okay, this trash. Let me try something else. Found another company, got some samples. I'm like, okay, I like this. I just kept researching on how to get a product line, get labels. I'm like, okay, I got a product line, use my own products. So that's how that went. Just by, again, I'm a really good researcher. When you have to research what you're doing, not rushing into it, because honestly, there's a lot of products out there. You guys know with anything, just because it's a label on it doesn't mean it's good. And again, my name is behind these products, so I just didn't want to just produce any old crappy product. So that's how the product line went. I just thought it was cool to have my own products, so I tried it and it worked.
What are the products that you have?
What products I have? So basically, for acrylic nails. So I have the primer and the dehydrator you need for retention. I used to have colored acrylics. I don't have those anymore on my website, but I do have this cover pink acrylic that I use. I call Pinky. So I have a cover pink acrylic. I have a clear acrylic. I have the shiny top coats. I have brushes, no acrylic brushes. I have the buffers, the files, the monomer, like the nail tips. So I pretty much have everything you need to get it to make a full set. And I was selling colored acrylic and gel polish, but since the tariffs and all of that stuff happened, I'm not sure if I'm going to order that stuff anymore. But yeah, I pretty much have a full product line to get a full set done.
And people can go in your website to shop your product line, correct?
Yes, correct. And
Okay.
I've been trying since I started the product line. I've been trying to get my products like you said in Haiti, you know, but it's kind of difficult with the shipping because it's so expensive. So you would have to order it or have a family member to order it in like Florida or somewhere and then
Yeah,
get it from
definitely.
there.
I'm working on that. I'm working on because I have the shipping from the States and then I
Mm-hmm.
can just work, but these would be really for my own use. So
Yes.
afterwards, maybe for people who are really interested, we can
Uh-huh.
look into making sure that your products are available for us here in Haiti.
Yes, you let me know how to do that for you because I've been trying and then I kept running into roadblocks and I got busy doing the school. So definitely I want to stay in touch with you on how to get products to you guys over there.
Oh, thank you. Now, Miss Cynthia, one of the things that when you started with your school,
Hmm.
you were really advertising for young ladies to just, come and get there and understand how to do nails in
Yes.
order to stay out of their husband's, boyfriend's pocket, to get their
Yes.
little change, get your money,
Yeah.
do it. And that's how a lot of people, boyfriends, husbands signed up, and so many people went and joined your school.
Hmm.
Now, what is the difference between someone who is licensed and someone who is not? What is the main difference?
The main difference is it's not just me marketing saying get a license, no, come to my school. It's law. That's what most people don't understand. Honestly, like just like a nurse, you have to have a nurse's. You have to go to school to be a nurse. You cannot work on people if you're not a nurse in the health industry. You have to go to school to be a podiatrist. That's a foot doctor. They have to have a license. You have to have a license, a dental license to work on teeth. That's how serious it is. And in all 50 states, you have to have a license to do nails and feet. People really undercut us. Like it really is that serious because we are working not only just making some nails and some designs. We're working on the public, on skin, feet that have fungus on them. People don't realize, but your nails have fungus on them also. But psoriasis, all kind of skin ailments. So you have to go to school and get licensed and get taught by a professional educator like me to teach you not just nails, you guys. It's theory. Theory is book work. Honestly, like it is really just that serious. You need to know about ringworms, like I just said, fungus, nail ailments. It's a lot of stuff that you can give to someone else because you're doing it without the proper knowledge. So you have to have a license, and the only way you can get a license is to go to school, get your hours, go to state board, pass those state board exams, and the state will give you a license. Anybody can go buy products nowadays and sit up at home and set shop up and do nails, but it's illegal. And they are really going out and catching people. It really is just that important. You have to be licensed to do this. So that's how that works. If you take a class, there's a lot of people taking classes, which is, it is what it is, but get your license before or after that class so you can be legal, so you won't get in trouble. And if you get in trouble and the state board catches you, and eventually they will, you will get a fine. And I know the fine in Texas is up to $3,000. I know for a fact. $3,000. I never got fined, of course, but $3,000 minimum. And sometimes and sometimes they can stop you from getting your license altogether. If you get caught, they're gonna tell you take your website down that you shouldn't have up anyway. Shut everything down. Take down all your social medias. And if you don't do it, they can say, okay, now you'll never get licensed. And every time we catch you, you're gonna get a fine.
That is really, really serious. So hopefully people are really going to learn from that. Now, when it comes to your school, how can people enroll? What are the classes that you have available? What are the enrollment process for your school?
Yes. So you can search me on Google. The name of the school is Stay Readiness Academy. So stayreadinessacademy.com. And you will go there, and then you will see a link to click to our job form, our website, and it has information on there, which is how long the curriculum is in Texas, because every state, you guys, is different. So Texas, you have to go to school and do 600 hours. So that's my curriculum, 600 hours. And we'll teach you, like I said, theory, which is 2 books, which is really important. Nails, if you want to learn feet, we teach you how to do feet, 600 hours. And the hours of the school, I'm changing it coming up in March, so the hours is on there. The tuition price used to be $6,000, and I was doing good with that. That's how serious people are. And then COVID hit, the economy got bad, so I lowered the price down to help my target audience. So that's another thing about me that stands out. I'm not, honestly, to be honest, I'm not in this for the money. I just want to live a comfortable life and help as many of my target audience, which is young ladies. My target audience, which is really important to me. My target audience is 17 years old, maybe up to 30. Now think about it. Where's 17-year-old going to get my tuition price? I lowered it all the way down to, I think it's $4,900 now, which is unheard of. Because I know, again, 17-year-old, 18, 19, they don't have the money. But I'm like, well,
Can they apply for some type of financial aid for your school?
not for my school. I don't deal with the financial aid with the government. That's a whole other video. There's a lot of issues and red flags behind it. I don't want to deal with, because, to be honest, it's another thing. Like I just said, I'm not in this for the money, because if I was, I could have been got the financial aid. But it's going to be too much stress on me and the students, because they get their money from the government. Yeah, they may qualify, and then they got to come to school and do so much more than Texas require, and they don't. Some that I know they're not going to want to do that. So I'm like, no, I don't want to take it out of that stress either. I just do tuition specials. I'm gonna keep it low so you can afford it. If you don't have it all up front, I have tuition payment plans. You can start with paying half of it up front and then make weekly payments. So that is how they're able to enroll with me. Once again, I'm trying to help my target audience, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then you, like I said, you do your hours. I'm going to teach you. You go to state board. You pass your 2 state boards exams, which is a written exam, a practical exam, and you'll get your license. Just as easy as that.
Is it open enrollment?
Yes, open enrollment is all the time. So I'm on a break now, a well needed break from the school. I just exit out my last semester, at the last of December. So I'm going back to work March the 9th. So everybody have up until March the 9th to have their tuition paid or at least half of it, and then make weekly payments. I even give you some products from my product line. I give you a shopping list of some other things you need to get started, and I keep it simple and cheap as possible. The products. So if you listen to this video, that's another thing. Don't go out and buy all of those expensive products yet. Wait until you enroll with me, and I'm going to tell you the difference between those expensive products that you really don't need and some starter products that's going to get you started. So yeah.
Now let's move a little bit into when you decided to open your school. How was the process? How easy was it? Was it very challenging? Did you have many obstacles?
Yes.
Walk us through that.
It was very challenging. And another thing also with me, my personality, the way I am, once I start something and I'm like, okay, I think I want this. I think this school thing, I think I want to do it. I'm a I'm gonna put my all in it. Like honestly, I stopped everything I was doing, which is all of the reality TV shows I was watching back then, right? I stopped all of the TV. I even blocked a lot of family members that was always calling me with gossip and drama. I blocked everybody in my phone, honestly, who was a distraction. I stopped all of the distraction around me. And I said, okay, I found a mentor, got some information from him. The rest of it, I'm like, okay, I need to do more research. And that's what I did. Focus and put my head down, like I just said earlier. When I'm a good researcher. So once I started and I finished it, I didn't realize, you guys, I finished from beginning to end in only 3 months. 3 months from beginning to finding the building, the contract, getting the desk in there, the supplies in there, getting approved through the city, getting approved through the state of Texas. It was 3 months. I'm like, I did it in 3 months. Wow, I did it. And I was gonna take some time off. I'm like, okay, I did it. I'm done. And then, like I said earlier, here come people, Miss Cynthia, okay, you did it. I'm ready to enroll. I'm like, no, wait, I'm tired. They were like, Miss Cynthia, like, you got the school. What you did it for? I'm like, I don't know. I just did it. Y'all, honestly, y'all don't believe me, but I did it. I'm like, okay, I did it. I'll figure the rest of it out later. They were like, no, we are ready to enroll. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So I just winged it. Did a soft opening. 15 of them lined up. I'm like, oh my God, 15, and they all enrolled, and they've been nonstop ever since.
And Miss Cynthia, you are the first African American to have opened a nail school in your county, which is
Yes.
also one of the biggest county in Houston. So that's really
Hmm.
big,
Yeah.
right?
Thank you.
Because African American people in the United States are never fully seen for the value that they bring into the country. So you are inspiring not only to African American, but you are inspiring to people like us, to immigrants, to Hispanics,
Oh, thank
to
you.
understanding that there is a line, to understanding that it's never too late because you literally entered this world inadvertently. But like you said, you were focused. You
Yes.
were focused on your goal, and your husband encouraged you, but then you saw the value in that and you said, you know what, I'm going to go for it. You
Yeah.
were not shy. You
Hmm.
decided to go for it. You could have sat
Yes.
home, collected your check, and continued to do YouTube forever. But
Yeah.
look at you now. Look at you, a whole instructor,
Yeah.
having your own clientele, your own students, and having so many people inspired. So,
Yes.
what do you have to say to anyone, for that matter of fact? People who are getting discouraged, people who
Hmm.
start and give up, people who feel like they're too old, people
Yeah.
who feel like I'm Black, I'm Hispanic, I'm an immigrant. What do you have to say and to motivate or encourage them?
I Good question. I started. I retired. I think I was like 40 or 41. So I started doing nails in my 40s. Do the math. In 2015, 2014, I went to nail school. I'm 57 years old right now. I'm not ashamed to say it. I am 57. And in 2015, so do the math, I graduated nail school. And back then, like I said, I learned. I mean, I knew how to pray. I grew up in church, but I didn't know about being specific with your prayers, being, asking God for discernment. Like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to do this? And this is a true story. When I started to pray differently, asking for guidance, like it's nails. I mean, I love it. So that's another thing. I didn't know what the word passion mean. I didn't know what that was. Passion. What is this? Is my passion? What is a passion? And someone told me, this is your passion. You love this. Your passion is no matter what, and again, no matter how late you start in life, your passion is something that you love to do. And if you can do it for free, you would. And that's when I knew this is my passion. I've always loved nails since I was a little girl. I always got my nails done. I love nails. And I'm like, this is my passion. I can do this every day, nonstop. I can eat, breathe, and sleep nails. So that's another thing. When you start your passion and you realize what it is, that's what I tell my students all the time. You have to really eat, breathe, and sleep nails. Like that's all you should be on your phone looking at. Nails, 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 nails. My phone is full of nail videos, hair videos, and food videos because that's what I'm interested in. That's it. That's it, you guys. So once again, no matter how late in life you start, like me, get on this phone, get on these free apps, and research your passion. And if you find somebody that can help you, pay them to help you to get further in your journey, and it can happen. Look, I'm a prime example. Once again, I started in my 40s. I have 4 back surgeries. I just had a full knee replacement a couple of years ago. That didn't stop me. I kept going through the roadblocks, like you said earlier. Okay, that didn't work. Let me do it another way. And keep going. Pray. God send somebody to help me. I need help. God started sending people, random people to help me. Oh, you should do this. Did you do that? I'm like, no. Yeah, you should do that. And so, and a lot of people that came into my life, I don't know where they at now. They just was random strangers. Hey, are you on Google? Oh, I didn't think of that. You should get on Google so people can find you. That was my neighbor at the time. He was a barber. He left like the next week. I've never seen him again. Just random people was watching me. Oh, did you do this? No. Oh, wait, but you need to do that so you can do this later on. Oh, thank you. Never saw him again. So once you pray and get that vision from God and that clarity to go, I promise you, if this is what you're really supposed to be doing, He's going to start sending the resources, which is again the financial resources to help you, the people to help you, and your job is to pay attention, grab it, do it, and take off.
Amen. Definitely. I keep telling people when God gives you a vision, He is
Mm-hmm.
going to make provision. So you
Yep.
have to trust Him.
Yep.
It just happens. You have
Mm-hmm.
to trust Him along the way. Moving back to Haiti for me was so chaotic. But look at this, like I'm able to like bring people in from so many different cultures, so many different way of life, to connect them. So it's like your vision and your passion is
Yep.
definitely going to lead you to your final destination.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Miss Cynthia, we talked about apps. You started on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
but gradually, as you were building your business, you transition into Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
What is the main difference that you would say to anyone between YouTube and Instagram? Why did you make that shift? And also, were you able to build a client? from your YouTube audience?
Hmm. Well, to be honest with you, when I was in, I think I was in, yeah, I was in nail school, 2015, and I was scrolling the internet for something. I saw this app, Instagram. I'm like, oh, this is a new app. What's on here? So I got on there, and it changed my life. I'm like, wait a minute, all these people doing videos of nails. It was nails, food, like it is now, and I'm like, wait, a lot of people my color doing nails. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I said, wait a minute. So I started getting out of my classmates. I'm like, y'all, look at this app, Instagram. And everybody was in the classroom installing this, downloading this app. I'm like, y'all, it's Instagram. I'm like, oh my God, they're doing designs on here. I'm like, wow, it changed. I don't know if Instagram was found then, but to me it seemed like it was 2015. So since 2015, I have been hooked on that app because I realized people is on there doing nails. So I just started following people, learning from them also. Then I said, okay, well, I used to go live on YouTube. Let me try to do videos on Instagram. So I started to go live because that's my personality. You have to have a personality also. So that's another good question. You have to have a personality because people have to like you, know you, and trust you. I've learned that. The way I have been so successful in this industry is because, like I just said, people like me, know me, and trust me because I'm on social media. They see, oh, she's real. She's not a fake person. I like her personality. People enroll with me, and not 100% of the time, honestly, because of my personality. Yeah, they want to do nails, but to be honest with you, a lot of people enroll with me have no interest in nails. Honestly, they pay tuition and just sit there and look at me and want to just talk. I'm like, really? I'm like, oh wow. Because like you said, a lot of people found me from YouTube. So when I went over to Instagram, right? People came over and like, oh, I remember you, C. Cain. Is that C. Cain? I'm like, yeah, it's me. I'm doing nails now. I remember you were doing nails on YouTube. Congratulations. And then the other app, TikTok, so I started going over there. And people from YouTube, oh, you look familiar. Are you C. Cain? I'm like, yeah, I'm an older C. Cain. And that's my target audience over there. And I'm saying this for a reason, you guys. Get your passion, figure out what it was, and do it. Because, like I just said, people will buy your products just because it's you, whether the product is good or not. People will buy your clothes because they like you. People will let you do their makeup, their hair because it's you. People will come and enroll with me because it's me. They tell me that all the time. I could have went anywhere else, but I wanted to come to you, not only because I like you. Yeah, I'm gonna do some nails, maybe not, but they like me, and I'm like, you're gonna sit here for 600 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because
Wi-
guess what? I'm still talking about stuff from YouTube.
mhm.
How
Without
to how
interrupting
to
you, I
stay ready,
remembered
your
a
personality,
nut.
your
Hmm.
hygiene. Like I talk to them like I did on YouTube. So that is my niche. They just like my personality.
Yes, I remembered another YouTuber, Diva Doll. I think
Mhm.
that was her name, who
Yeah, I know
drove
her.
all the way from where she used to be
Uh-huh.
just to have you do her nails.
I remember that. Yep.
So many
People,
people coming in
yeah.
because they want you to do their nails. They like you. They want you to just like teach them, do their nails.
Hmm.
And I swear, if I was closer, I would be. I cannot wait for you to do those stiletto nails on me.
Yes, because when I was doing classes, well, no, I did nails only a short time because I'm like, you know, I don't want to do this, and I didn't realize until I started the school that all of the things that I went through with doing nails, because I seemed like I couldn't satisfy people. It was just a lot of stuff going on. I realized God did that for a reason because now I know how to teach people, students not only how to do nails, but what to look out for about this client. Look out for this with this client. Look out for this with this client. Look out for this with this client. So I have the experience to teach not just nails, but what you're gonna come up against, right? And like I was saying, I was doing classes when I took a break from nails. I'm like, I don't want to do nails no more. Let me go back. Let me just do my own nails. People get on my nerves, right? And I was doing classes, and people was honestly flying in from all over Delaware, Maryland, DC. People was flying in for me to teach them a class because my suite and my school actually is right by the airport, Bush Intercontinental Airport. So they was flying in, come and do a 1 day class, and fly back out. I'm like, okay. So when I got to school, the same thing happened. I had people fly in from Maryland, around the world, set up a residency here in Texas to come 600 hours to school and fly back, move back home, get their license in that state, which is reciprocity. So now they have two licenses. So I can attract them from all over because not only do they like me, they trust me and they know me.
Wow, this is now you talk about clients and you talk about telling your students what to watch out for. Do you find that this is a field where clients are very demanding, like very demanding, particular about how they want their nails done?
Yes, they're very demanding, which I understand, but it's some, just like in any industry, some clients you just can't please, no matter what. I have sat there and I've done, they ask for this, the long nails, they want all the stones on them, they want all the glitter and jewels on them, and they will sit there for hours, let me do all of this work, pay me all of that money, and go home and bite them off or go do rough stuff, and then they'll contact me back. Here's a picture, Miss Cynthia. My nails, they broke. And I didn't understand at the time. It took me a while to realize it wasn't my work, it was them. I say, wait, what? So that's what I teach my students. If you do what I tell you to do and the right way, when a client leaves that salon, what happens to the nails is on them. Because like I just said, clients will literally go home and bite their nails because they have a habit that you don't understand. They are biter, like they're nail biters. People have nervous ticks, so they'll sit there and bite and realize I bit all my stones off, and they'll contact us back and say, "Well, they fell off." Now I understand. No, they did not. They fell off in your mouth because you bit them off, right? So that's in any industry. If you're doing hair, makeup, like I know people, because I go get my hair done sometimes, and I talk to my hairstylist, and she tell me like people will get their hair done, and then contact her back and say the hair didn't last, and I start asking her questions, and guess what? They got their hair done, and when it worked out, and when you work out, that means what? You're gonna sweat. So if you get your hair done, black women, you don't go work out because you're going to mess your hairstyle up. So it's just stuff like that that I teach my students what to look out for.
Now, what would you say is the downside of being an instructor, or maybe the most challenging aspect of being an instructor?
Well, for me, honestly, there's no down, no. The most challenging, there's no downsides, honestly. A good instructor, and I didn't know I could teach. That it has to be in you. Again, it's a passion I didn't know I had. I had a passion to teach. And I didn't realize it. So another reason I'm popular in teaching because as a good instructor, there's things you have to look out for in an individual. Everybody cannot be taught the same. That's one thing instructors don't understand. You can't say, okay, this is how you do this. Everybody's not going to get it. You have to show some people another way. You have to take some students in another classroom by themselves and say, okay, this is how you do it. Then they'll get it because everybody can't learn in a group. You have to really focus on every student and see, okay, I gotta say for instance, I had, when I was doing classes, right, true story. I had the school, so I was like, okay, y'all come to the school. That's before I even opened it up. I had just paid the, I just signed the lease. I said, okay, you guys, I'm gonna be doing classes in my school. I closed the suite down. I'm gonna do classes in the school till I get the school together. So I had this young lady, I never forget her. She came in and I was showing her how to do nails, what to do. She couldn't do it. I'm like, what's going on? And she looking at me mad. Like, you say you can teach me? I'm not getting it. And I'm like, okay, do it again. And I said, oh my God. I realized, you guys, she was left handed. I was teaching her how to do nails and how to hold her brush because I'm right handed. A left handed person have to be taught differently. That's another thing about classes sometimes. If you don't focus on each person, a left-handed person is not going to get what you're teaching if you're holding the brush with your right hand. They have to be taught differently. Didn't know that, huh? You didn't think
Yeah,
about
and
that.
I didn't think about that at all.
See?
And that's the beauty about being an instructor. And one of the things that you mentioned that I agree to as well is I remember how you used to tell people that not every instructor is down to teach you everything.
Mm-hmm.
You literally mentioned that. And that is the truth.
Yes.
There are instructors, it's either they don't have the full knowledge and the full capacity to transmit the message, or
Uh-huh.
they just don't want to. They'll teach
Right.
you just about the basics of what you need to know, which is
Mm-hmm.
really, really important. I'm speaking to you for people to understand who to go to. I mean, we're
Mm-hmm.
not gonna make it skin complexion type of thing, but we understand that if you are attending a particular school that
Mm-hmm.
is predominantly in a particular, have certain type of students,
Mm-hmm.
I have seen it. I have worked in the States in places where it's like Caucasian people would get more information than immigrants or black people, Hispanic people. It's like instructors will, not share everything to everyone. And
Uh-huh.
you talked not necessarily in those things, but you talked a lot about the fact that when people come to your school, you will teach them. You
Yeah.
you don't withhold information. You
No, that.
teach all of your knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Because what I tell students, and when I advertise, I tell people that when you go to a cosmetology school, because yeah, when you want to enroll, they're going to tell you what you want to hear. Oh, we're going to teach you how to do nails. We're going to teach you how to do hair, how to do skin makeup. Okay, cool. And they get in the cosmetology school, whether they paid out of their pocket or got government funding, they don't realize that in a cosmetology school, the nail portion, because I went to a cosmetology school, the nail portion is only 100 hours. So if you sign up for a cosmetology school, right, which is depends on the state, and you want to learn everything, nails, face, skin, hair, nails is only 100 hours, and that's it. They're gonna teach you the basics, how to pass state board, hopefully, how to do a manicure, how to do a little short nail for state board, because guess what? That's all they have to teach you. They're not going to teach you this long nails and the designs and all of that stuff. They have 100 hours with you. That's it. Again, to teach you how to do a manicure, maybe a pedicure, how to pass state board. That's your 100 hours. So they come out of cosmetology school mad because they didn't learn how to do all these nail stuff. So that's why they have to take classes because they're licensed. If I can teach them how to do the nail portion. I've had several full-blown cosmetology come and pay my full tuition so they can learn just the school experience because that's what they wanted anyway. Because again, I'm an instructor and I also am a manicurist, which is a nail tech, and I love nails. So I'm not going to withhold what I know because I don't do nails anymore. You're not my competition. I'm going to teach you feet, nails, the most important part, sanitation, a few designs. I'm not that big on designs, but I'm gonna show you what I know, which is the most important thing: your theory, how to get those clients, how to make their money, longevity, and how to have fun and love this industry. So that's what they don't understand. Every instructor may or may not teach you. That's why I only have just the nail school. In Texas, they changed it where I can have a nail school slash a esthetician school. I don't want that. I want to stick with nails. That's it. Just a nail school. That's it. So that's how I stand out also. I'm not big on trying to like, oh, let me do a, you know, do the instructor program. I mean the face. I don't know nothing about skin. I just take care of my own skin. That's it. I don't want to teach that. See what I'm saying? I don't want to teach that. I'm not that's not my passion. I don't want to research nothing about esthetician. No. I don't want to hire anybody because if I don't know what they're doing, that's another thing about me. I can do that and hire estheticians to come and teach the esthetician portion, but how I know they really doing it right? I don't know. So if I don't know, I'm not gonna put my name behind it and say, "Well, I went to stay ready school for esthetician and I didn't learn nothing." No, no. So I'm just gonna stick to what I know:
Yep.
nails.
Okay, very good. Now, I usually, when I do my stiletto nails, I'll have them done halfway to the ones that you have. And people
Mm-hmm.
considering them long, which to me are laughable because,
This
here in Haiti, they don't really
yeah,
wear like those long, long nails.
yeah.
But how do you get your nails to stay so beautiful and you are able to like make it manageable? Like, and you do your own, you do them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it techniques like is it techniques that's why it stays like that? You file them and it just stays like that. Tell me a little bit about that because I want to get my nails done long, long, long.
So that's the thing. You don't want to get your nails done long, long, long unless you know you can wear nails long, long, long. So this is what people don't understand, right? Okay, look at my nails. They're different lengths. This hand I keep short now. This is short to me. So when I'm teaching, right? They can see what I'm holding. I keep this hand a little shorter. This hand is longer, so they can't really see what I'm holding, right? These I started with short nails, like super short. Then I started looking at longer nails. I'm like, oh my God, they're so pretty. Let me see if I can go longer. And I went a little longer. I'm able to manage. I said, oh my God, long nails are so beautiful. Let me see if I can go a little longer. So I go a little longer. And I'm like, oh my God, I can manage. Because what people don't understand is I don't use my nails. I use my fingertips. I pick up my drink with my fingertips. I put on my earrings with my fingertips. Take care of my skin with my fingertips. Take care of my personal hygiene, which is the number one question, with my fingertips. I don't use my nails. They barely touch anything. That's what people don't understand. It's like a part of us. So it's different. If I take all my nails off, I just take them off to do a whole new set. I can't function. I'm going to start dropping stuff. I can't function because I'm used to them. Same with people who don't wear nails. You can't put these nails on a short person or even this length because they're not going to know how to pick up stuff or do stuff. So it's just different. I didn't know I can function with these long nails, but as time went by, I'm like, okay, I can do everything everybody else doing. But you find out we have our ways. Like my cell phone, right? They're like, oh my God, how you type on your phone? My knuckle or this, my fingertips. We 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 don't do that. Our nails again barely touch stuff. We use our fingers. That's how we do it.
That's how I usually do it as well when I have the long stiletto nails for myself. That's how I do it. And I don't know, you become very comfortable wearing them so it doesn't hurt you, it doesn't bother. And actually when I have those stiletto nails, I take them off. I feel uncomfortable. It's
Yeah.
like the short nails you can't even do too much because you're
I
not
can't.
used to not having nails.
Yeah. I gotta have them. I I just gotta have them. Then my husband, he love them. So when I take them off, he like, "Ooh, your hands look like my hands. They look like go put something on them nails." I'm like, "I'm gonna do my nails. I just got. I'm busy. I'm gonna put them back on." So if I take them off, I have to baby. I got to put them back on the same day.
Mhm.
I can't go weeks and months without them on. Like no, I have to have them on. They're just a
It
part
becomes
of
a part
me.
of yourself.
They're
There
part of
you
my
have it.
fingernails, my fingertips. Like
That's
they're
it.
part of me now.
I
Short,
used to go on your
long.
page just to look at your nails because they were so beautiful.
Thank
But
you.
now that we are jumping a little bit and we're talking, let's talk a little bit about personal. Like I'm watching you, and you are a woman who is right now 57.
Hmm.
But you are, it feels like life just changed. You just bought a brand, you built a brand new home,
Yes.
right? It feels like you are in your prime right now.
Hmm.
And we live in a society, Miss Cynthia, where they keep telling us women that once we hit those 40s, those 45, it's kind of like life is over. And it's not the truth. You can, life can be start for you and you can bloom, blossom at any age. We are looking, I'm looking at you right now. And what about you when you're looking at yourself? Are you at all at the progress that you've made with life?
I
And
am.
we
Because I was just telling my daughter, actually yesterday, I'm looking around. Like I said, we just built a our retirement home. Like this is our retirement home, because we realized, no, my daughter, she still live with us. She's 25, which we're totally fine with that. So I'm like, okay, the first house, our first home ever home we had, we've been there since she was 8 months old. She's now 25. And I'm like, okay, we have outgrown this house. Like we need more space, more privacy. Again, we just did this. I'm 57. We just started this progress a year ago. It's January. So January last year, we started the process of getting land, building from the ground up. And my accountant, he was like, "You sure?" I'm like, "What you think?" He said, "Yeah. If you want to do it, this is the time to do it because ain't no do overs." So I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." Just like the school, I'm like, "Okay, let's do it," and we did it. So honestly, like I said, I retired in my 40s, but I never honestly retired. I think about that a lot. Like I never retired. Postal from the post. Let me find a hobby, and a hobby started into nails. Get my license, instructor school, owning the school. Think about it. I've been nonstop since I left the post office in 2009. And I'm like, dog, I ain't retired yet. And I'm like, okay, that's why I took for the first time. I took a 2 months off. So I'm on my two. I go back, like I say, in March. So I'm like, I'm gonna take some time if I need to, get the house together. We moved in and all of that stuff. Let me relax. But
By the way, the house is gorgeous. The house is lavish. The house is, oh my God, it is beautiful. Your truck is beautiful. Your shop is beautiful. Your
thank you.
husband, your daughter, your son. Where's the dog?
It's Diva. She's up front somewhere, probably begging for a snack. And
Oh
Diva,
my
guys,
God.
Diva is, I think, in human years like 90, so she's getting up in there.
Wow.
Yeah, so she's.
Okay. I
I said
remember
Diva gonna.
Diva.
I said Diva ain't going nowhere as long because she know what her snack. She has her own cabinet full of snacks. She know what her snack cabinet is. Long as she know those snacks is there, she gonna live forever. Diva ain't going
Okay.
nowhere.
Now, Miss
So
Cynthia, you and your husband, this is your high school sweetheart.
yes,
He's seeing you from you,
I was
you
13
know,
years
going,
old.
wow.
13 years old in the projects. We were neighbors. You know how it
Oh my
goes. No,
God.
when you put my girlfriend, I'm like, no, I don't like boys. You're ugly.
Oh
I don't
my
like boys at
God.
all. And I'm like, okay, you can be my friend. We can, just talk at 13. So we were just courting back then, just talking. And that led into high school sweetheart. He went to the military, left me behind. And he said, I'm gonna come back for you. And I said, no, you're not. I'm gonna join the military too. He said, no, you're not. So that's another thing people don't realize. I was actually going to join the Marines. Out of high school, I was going to join the Marines because he joined the army. He said, no, I forbid. You're not going to do it. I said, yes, I am. He said, no, you're not. I'm coming back for you. Just wait. I said, okay, I'm gonna wait a little while. He came back. I said, okay, wow. He came back. Here's your ring. Let's get married. It brought the ring to my high school. I was in the 12th grade, y'all. I was 17. I forgot what class I was in, but I was in a class in high school at 17, and somebody say, Cynthia, Ernie out there in the hallway. I said, no, he ain't. He came in this military uniform. Here's your ring, put it on. I'm like, what? I'm 17. I said, I'm gonna marry you and come back for you. I'm back. I say, wow, okay. So we got married. I was 17, still in high school. We got married in February, so our anniversary is coming up February the 15th. And I graduated in May. Graduated high school in May. He said, okay, I'm gonna come back, move you, move you with me. And I said, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm married now. I gotta wait on you to come back. So he came back, moved me with him, and we've been traveling all over the world ever since then. He got out of the military, and that's our story. So yeah, next month would be 40 years of marriage. But if you do the math, we've been together over 50. Cause we again 13 years old. So
So
yeah.
my parents have been married 50 something years old as well.
Okay.
What is the what is the secret to a long lasting, I don't want to say marriage, like I said, I think in the question I said to a loving, because when I look at you and your husband, it's not only a people are married every day, they are married, but there is no love in that relationship. There is, you can feel it, you can see it, but your husband have supported you. There is no he's not envious of you with your success. He's not looking at you as you are, he is a competitor. He loves you. We can feel it, we can see it. And one of the things that I admire about him is that when it came to your social media, he let you do your thing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it was you, your thing, your social media. Yeah, we saw him and here and there, but Look Good Friday was your thing. You know, you had it. So, what is the secret to this long lasting, beautiful, and loving relationship?
So that's another thing. Like I said, when I started the industry with nails in school, I that just went with the flow. Like so I got married, you guys, at 17. So for us to be this long still together, that means it's rare. Like he really is my soulmate, my life partner. And as we grew, I tell people honestly, in my opinion, the secret to a long lasting relationship is give each other space. You don't have to be under your mate 24/7 in their phone trying to see who they're texting, what they're doing. If they're gonna do something, they're gonna do something. But you have to let that person have space. That honestly is the truth because when he got out of high school and went to the Navy, because he went to the Navy, right? He left. My husband said, I'm gonna make that my man cave. Cause we still of course sleeping together. And I'm like, that's a good idea. You have your own man cave. And then he made him a man cave. And he said, you know what? I'm gonna start sleeping in here. And I said, you know what? That's a good idea. Most women would never have done that because, he don't mind me talking about it, but he has sleep apnea, like he's snore. He always have. But the thing was, when I was working at the post office, I worked nights. He worked days, so we rarely slept together anyway, right? And I'm like, you know what? That's a good idea because you snore and I'm a light sleeper. That's fine. So he made a man cave and he slept there. And I'm like, okay, I got my own room. That is honestly the key to me to having a good relationship. You got to be able to trust your spouse. They don't have to be under you 24/7 to see what they're doing. That really, really is honestly my number one suggestion to people If your spouse snore or whatever, get another room, because when we got this new house, I'm sitting now in my master bedroom. I'm in the master suite. This is my own space. He have his own master suite on the other side of the house. Lauren have her own suite on the other side. So they're on that side of the house. I'm over here by myself. And that's fine. He come back here every now and then. What you doing? Can I see with you tonight? I'm like, sure. You know what I'm saying? So that's the secret. That's the key. Like, give each other space. You don't have to be underneath each other all the time. And what you doing? Who you talking to? Who you doing? Who you talking to? Like you said, he supported me from the beginning. He didn't want to told me to go to school. He didn't want to tell me to go get my instructor license. He didn't want to support me open up the school. Then I'm on social media nonstop. He wasn't jealous, like, but you. Well, be honest with you, he was like, "How you have on that phone? How y'all was on that phone?" I'm like, "This is how I make money. You okay with it?" He said, "Oh, okay. Go make your money. Go make us some money, right?" So, like I said, you just can't open up a business and sit back and do watch TV all day. I'm on this phone, marketing, scrolling, going live, doing whatever. He don't mind it because he realized that's who she is. Let me give her space. And he's an introvert too. I didn't realize that what that word meant until we honestly took when my son went to high school. I mean, got out of high school, went to the Navy. He liked to stay home and watch TV. I know he worked, of course, and I'm like, I can't watch TV like that. And I realized, oh wow, it's a word that's called introvert. Him and Lauren, they're the same. They could be inside for months. Me and my son, we are the same. We cannot be inside like that. We have to go out. We gotta keep moving. We gotta do stuff. So that is what also helped me be so successful. Like I gotta go to events. I gotta get out of this house. Like we got a storm here in Texas. We just got some sleet, but I'm inside now, stir crazy. Like, what am I going to do? I'm ready to go somewhere, but I can't because it's ice on the road. So I'm just going to stay in and research something. I don't know, some nail stuff. Go back there and see what he's doing. He'll come back here on my side of the house, see what I'm doing, and that's it. So yeah, basically give each other some space. It's okay to sleep apart. It's okay.
Wow, Miss Cynthia, this was such a lovely conversation. I mean, it's just like I tell people, this series is about showcasing people who are shining in their community without the spotlight. A lot of time we have everyday people who are doing big things.
Uh-huh.
They are shining, they are showcasing, they're teaching us that we can be as successful as people who are in the spotlight. We can learn from them. And I don't know what to say. Like, I used to be a faithful watcher on Look Good
Oh,
Friday, sitting there with Diva, you telling her to
yeah.
stop, like talking to us. And just from there to watch you open and be so driven, it motivated me so much. So I knew I had to have you in the series. And when you said yes, it just like, oh my God.
Of
Thank you
course.
so much for being here with me. I appreciate you. Thank you
You're
for taking the
welcome.
time. And do you have any closing argument that you want to say to anyone where they can find you, your Instagram account, your email, and things of the sort?
Okay, so you can find me. I'm the same on all social medias: Google, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Stay Ready Nails Academy. That's the name of the school. And when I was doing nails, my name is as a nail tech, and my product line is Stay Ready Nails Studio. So I think it's Academy on this one. But yeah, Academy is a school. So you can Google me, Stay Ready Nails Academy, Stay Ready Nails Studio. It'll pop up all of my social medias. And I'm glad you said this really quick. This is gonna be my closing thing. Like you say, you've been watching me from YouTube. I didn't know when people enroll in my school. Oh, I've been watching you for years. I'm like, really? When they find me on social media, Oh, I'm here. Okay. So on this, so like you just said, y'all, when you get your passion, when you're trying to get your business going, keep going, and you have to let people know who you are. People will follow you. People will watch you. They may not comment, but I promise you, if you get that business going, if you record yourself, get on social media, they're gonna say, "Oh, I've been watching you. I came to your restaurant because I've been watching you for years." Really? So that is what happened when I opened up that school, y'all. I did it to see if I can do it. Honestly, I did it to see, okay, let me open up a school. Maybe it'll work. And it did. And then, like I just said, I recorded the journey of me getting the lease, of me going through all the trials and error. And then, like I just said, oh, y'all, I'm done. 3 months. I'm done, y'all, I'm done. All kind of phone calls and emails came in. Miss Cynthia, we want to enroll. I'm like, stop playing. They say, for real. I said, oh my God, y'all, stop playing. They said, we've been following you. Like, we've been following you. You've been watching you. Y'all been watching, but you never come in it. See what I'm saying? They were watching me. You never know who's watching you. And then I told my aunt, and my aunt said, well, we got to do a grand opening real quick. Let's do a grand opening. Let's see who come. I'm like, okay, let's do it. That was my personality. Like, all right, let's do it. And we announced the date, and I pulled up me and Lauren, and I started crying. It was a line. It was a line of ladies in my front door. I'm like, I started crying. So I said, so 16 came, 15 actually enrolled that day. So my email is also the name of the school, Stay Readiness Academy at yahoo.com. Again, on Google, on all my social medias, you'll find my phone number up there where we are located, which is in Houston, Texas, on the north side. So we are in Houston, Texas. All the information is in bios, it's on Google. You'll be able to find me.
Thank you so much, Miss Cynthia. Thank you so very much for being my first guest for the series.
Oh, okay,
Good,
Daisy. You're
best
welcome.
of luck with the new enrollment. I hope God blesses you and you have so many students. I will keep watching you and thank you for
Okay.
being here with me.
Thank you. I'm going to share your information also so you can get you some more guests.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. Thank you. I love you and I appreciate you.
Oh, love you too, Daisy. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed this first live that I did for the conversation series. I am going to keep going live on YouTube, and then I will also take a little bit of the snippet to put it on Instagram. This was so amazing. It felt like a dream come true. Like I said to her, I have been watching Miss Cynthia for a very, very long time. She is definitely a part of the people who have inspired me. I'm so at awe. You guys have seen and heard her journey. So I hope that this motivate you guys to continue to stay focused, to stay motivated, and to stay dedicated on everything that you aspire to do in this life. It's always about consistency, it's about staying focused, it's about staying dedicated, and mostly it is also about staying consistent. Thank you so much for being here with me. I will come back later on to talk to my YouTube people if I have the time. And follow me on Instagram over at Youth Agency International HT. That is where you are going to have access to our work, our program. Don't forget that our mentorship session is scheduled to also start on March 9th. If you are looking for a mentor to support you in reaching and achieving your goals.